TANSI, aho, okay, greetings. I am Mama Bear Claw. Thank you for joining me today on Monday the 2nd of 2025. I was going to give you some information about my little vacation that my husband and I did together. And let's wait for a few more people to come in. And as that, I'm going to fold some clothes. I like to keep my hands really busy. And also, I had sent out 6 packages, and they're going to special people. I did have one order, but the young lady didn't know how to send me the money. And I understand that. I told her, I'll do it this once. And she was in need of some sage. So you know me, I always give extra. That's who I am. I enjoy helping those who are in need, and depending on the situation, though. So, not just one, she got 2. And also, I did pick up some beads, and somehow my laptop lost everything. Photos, things I had saved, and I do not know how to do everything again. This laptop was a gift, and I was going to send it back, but I still care for the person, and it's okay. And so I told myself I will keep it. But I don't know how everything got swiped. I was able to restore my background and put up the StreamYard, and my husband was helping me. He goes, oh goodness, where is everything at? I don't know. So I told him that I'm just so used to my Apple computer, which got taken from the police because of Mama Rainbow. But greetings, everybody. I'm Mama Bear Claw, as everyone calls me. Let's see who I miss. Lisa, don't say Sammy girl. Oh, I had a vision. I think you need to go back to that stump. CP. Good morning, sweetheart. And Mr. Sparky. Yes. Here you are. Bob and Maddie. Many blessings. Let's see. Griff. Did I see Griff? Yeah, I sure did. Howdy, dear. Hello. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome, everyone. And greetings. I hope everyone. John. Tansei. Oh. I hope everyone is doing good. And if anyone wants to pop in, there is the invite of the link to join. I did make some little shorts and stuff like that. Just letting you know. I'm still kind of puzzled how I lost everything. So now I have to learn how to do it again. Usually I'm like, no, I'm too old for that. You try. He says I got too much stuff on my computer over there. But so much going on. Goodness. I've got my oldest granddaughter will be getting married March next year. Oh, we have someone that wants to join us. Let's give him a hand and welcome him.
Hi, Mama.
TANSI. Hi, how are ya?
Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Good day.
Yes. What do you think about that picture?
Oh, the one I sent you?
Yeah.
Which picture? Yeah. Crazy because you saw the stuff I didn't see. And the one thing I saw, I proved wrong by the end of the day. So it's like that everything you circled was great. It was great. I can't talk too much about it because it's somebody else's
I know
video.
that's why
But
I'm just saying, what'd you think about it?
it was awesome. It was really awesome. And the thing you circled, the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that
crazy.
helped. Yes. You got to remember many things do blend in. This is what they say, satangas and other creatures, and always try to, blend into trees and bushes or the lower ground on Mother Earth. So it is. It is. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, I helped Richie on a live. Was going to go down and do a big bike festival thing with new bikers to help them out, but I ended up having a seizure that morning, so I couldn't go down, which
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's, you get used to them after a while. It just takes you a day to get moving again. But
Yeah, I do know that. My oldest granddaughter, she had one, and I tell my daughter, don't panic yourself because it's going to make it worse. After you have them, even if it's a mild one, you still have to recruit for like a week to balance. And she was like, Nana, I'm so glad you're here because I'm there to help her with her first baby. And now I've been there since she was 4 months, and now she's a year and a half.
oh wow,
So,
okay, yeah,
and
it takes you a
that's
while.
why,
You get sore
yeah,
everywhere. I mean, you still get like the twitchy things going on, and
very off balance.
yes, yes. That's good that you're there for her, though. I mean, to walk her through it, because a lot of people, they do
Yeah,
get so
and
nervous that they get in their head, and it's like, you got to calm down. You have to relax yourself, get one with nature, basically. Think about the good things. And
correct. Yes. Also, too, did you know that many creatures too have seizures?
I know some did, like dogs, and I've seen like deer at times where they actually, you could see the tremors, but besides that, I don't.
The elk, a bear, a deer, the dog, and the satangas too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. We were just talking about this, my son and I, because he was trying to communicate with one of them. And he was watching from, I mean, not that far, but maybe 20 feet away. And just watched the juvenile just standing out and went, boom.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
And so he's when I was up there, he's like, "Is it true, Mom?" I said, "Yes, they do. They do."
By the way, thank you for responding so quick to my message about that
Of
photo
course, of
and walking
course.
me through that. I really appreciate that.
Also, too, when Richie was live, why they were trying, she was trying dishes, the dresses. I had one earphone on. I'm like this, watching the live. My daughter and my other daughter looked at, Mama, can you take a break? No, no, I have to multitask.
You're wanted a lot of places. You help a lot of people.
Sometimes it drains I drain myself, and it's like I want to give everybody so much energy, and you know, oh no, my opinion. They say my opinion helps, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but sometimes it hurts when I speak. So I'm like, okay, if you say so, and it's good, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't BS, and I speak the truth, even if it hurts. And I'm sorry.
Exactly. And the good, that's one thing is like you do help so many people. You try to put yourself there, if I can say, to see what's going on. And that takes a lot of energy, It's like you got to be careful you don't drink yourself too much.
Yeah, it's happened quite a few times. My husband had said, "What are you doing?" And he knows not to touch me. So he's like, "Can you come back? It's me. Come back." And I'm like looking down, and I'm like, "Oh goodness, it's time. I don't want to disconnect yet."
Right.
But it is. Griff says, I believe anything with nerve systems can happen. Yes, you're right, Griff. That means all species, all humans.
It does make sense for sure.
Yeah, it does. And how was your weekend?
Great. Spent it with the family and just, hung out and got a whole bunch of stuff on the internet done. So at least I was doing stuff. I
Oh,
wasn't
good.
just sitting on the couch. So that's good.
Yeah. I cooked breakfast for my husband. He says, "No, no, no, let's go." No. Mm-mm. I feel like when it's anniversaries or gatherings, yeah, go to a restaurant. Have a small breakfast. It's senior, you know, senior breakfast, because
Yep.
they're as big as regular ones. So we were like, I said, no, I don't mind cooking, which I don't. I've been cooking since I was, 5 years old?
That's
Doesn't
we actually don't go out very often. We do. It's like you're saying is I go down to see my daughter and then we'll go out or something. But normally we cook all the food. And so it's a family effort. We all go in and we all like have our own what we're good at in the kitchen. And so
Yeah.
I love it because everybody's talking and you kind of get caught up and have fun and listen to music and
Yeah, that is true. That's how the girls and I do. And they're like, okay, Mama, we have one of our sisters is gonna be 40. And I said, yeah, one of my kids, my adopted kids. And she's like, Mama, you're still coming, right? I said, I didn't I RSVP? And she said, I didn't get it. I thought I did in the messenger. And she's like, oh, you did. So I got that the following weekend. And my husband and I, this weekend is an anniversary.
oh nice. How
Yes.
long?
Oh, goodness. I said, we're high school sweethearts.
There you go.
But we did go our own way after high school. And let's see, and we reconnect. Let's see, my daughters and son, let's see, there were 37 years
Nice.
still fighting,
Mm-hmm.
still going. And
It's
yes,
a job.
oh,
You have to work at it,
yes, every marriage, I don't care who says, oh no, we're perfect. No, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
But you have to have communication. Don't have it outside. Keep it in your room and discuss it there with a lower
Exactly.
tone of voice, because then the kids listen. So, and that's the thing we did. We're both Scorpios, and they say they don't collaborate.
Right.
Well, we proved them wrong for how many?
That's
So
exactly
I
what me and my wife do. Like if if the kids are there, we agreed on it. You're like, whatever that one said, we're going to agree with that. But then we go to the bedroom and we talked about like, okay, why or whatever. But yeah, you never have that in front of the kids. I'm kind of lucky because we were married in 2000. So I just look at the date and know how many years I've been married.
I do. I tell them I like to say our anniversary was like June 10th. But when we got married was in December 21st.
Oh.
So I said 48 years. And he goes, you know, even you were married to another man, you still came by. I did in Arizona. My kid's father and I lived in Arizona. We come to California to visit Mama. We drive right, stopped in Modesto to see. And this last time, he's like, "You okay?" Yeah. He goes, "No, you don't look." He goes, "I'll talk to you another time." I said, "Okay," because he brought my daughter home from San Jose all the way to Arizona when she was 11 years old. Yeah, and that's when we reconnect. And now my daughter is 45 years old. They're two peas in a pod. The oldest daughter.
Awesome.
Yeah. And she calls him GF, and that is her goth. Really kept it going. Let's see what people are saying in here. I give a little more information because I'm not scared of what people say or anymore or anything. Michelle, TANSI, sweetheart, welcome. John and Candy. Oh, thank you everyone for stopping out. What does Sam say? That's what me and my hubby do. We hardly ever argue. Amen to that. We have disagreements, yes, and we talk it out. Good girl. Good girl.
Sam's an awesome person. I love her.
Yes, I do too. And she's in her past lifetime, Sam, you're going to hear it. She was very spiritual. She's very grounded. So, and it's come back now to her generation and food grows. So she's learning little by little and understanding what Mother Earth has brought into, and she's starting to connect strongly. So, but she's, her journey is very powerful. 15 years in August. Woohoo! Married 34 years. Oh, congratulations. Yes, relationship is communication. That is right, John. That is right. My husband and I don't argue. If I disagree with something, he'll look at me. Really? I said, calm down. He goes, what do you want? Nothing. I just want to discuss something with you. What happened? Who's bothering you? It's like I can read him and he could read me. And he says, you need to take a break. I can't. You know that I can't. Unreal. TANSI, thank you for joining. Sparky says howdy. CP. Sam says, oh my God, it makes my heart happy. Mom, well, I want you to be happy, but you're getting stronger, girl. I can feel it. Okay.
Yeah, I've been really proud of her, how she's doing her investigations behind her house, doing her gifting stump, and she's doing good. She's doing really good.
She has asked me some questions, and I told her, you have you know, and you're not understanding something, message me. I'll get right back to you. And I do pretty much quickly because, you know, you never know what it is important. I do the same thing for my kids. Okay, I'm texting and then I'm also on the other, doing another text. My husband says, "Yeah, I don't know how you do everything like that." Well, when you're so used to having your hands busy, even I'll be live and I'm cooking. And I think I'm going to start doing that again too, showing some people how
Oh,
to
that would be
do what,
fun. Yeah.
mix it up a little more. Um,
I love Sam had a trail cam video that
mm,
we watched for a minute, and I was like, could you send that to me? Because there's like I see something that's like moved, and so we had to go through it. But she had some really good like where their deer came in, and then all of a sudden there was like a frame and things were moved. You could see leaves moved, a couple sticks moved. It was really cool. I was like, you have more than you think you got there.
yeah, I told her that. Even also, I told Richie and Waldo about you're going to have some new structure. And Waldo texted me and he said, "You're right, we do." And I said, "Be kind and listen." I was taking a nap and I hear them calling me. "Is Mama here yet?" I was like, I woke up and I said, "Oh, okay." Grabbed my bag, put it on, and sat in the love seat and tried to concentrate to get myself there so I could see. And sure enough, boy, they were really surrounded after towards the end. And I kept seeing, and I said, "No, that's a dog man on the ground." And I'm like, "What was that?" And that was a young one. They were too close to comfort. So, but you know, everybody that does investigation out there, wherever they are, you know, that's what happens. You know, many things come and go. But if you have an active area, you know, they're gonna pop up. And
That's
then
why
also,
you really have to pay
mm,
attention when you're out. A lot of people, you know, they look at the ground, then they just start walking. It's like slow down and remember, you know, like take photos from last time you're there so you can see all the little nuances of what's moved. Open yourself up
mhm.
like you do so you can feel them. Yeah.
Yeah, I still say that print is a female.
Oh, okay, on the last live, yeah, that was interesting when you said that. I was like, okay, I can see that because it is a little slender than the other one, the big guy.
Hmm. Yeah, because Arba, she's 10 foot and she's big built, and she's her foot is not as wide; it's narrow, but you could see that Corson how they step,
All right,
and then,
where they got the breach where it's in the middle. Yep.
yeah, and when she steps, you can see that there's like because she has a scar right underneath it, so I know it's her because it's like a bubble scar. And
Oh,
it,
okay.
she cut it. She had cut it, and I guess because I asked her, "You have a boo boo under your foot?" She says, "Yes, I glue. Like if you go in the forest or any of the woods, you can find stuff to like glue together." Um, the one plant that is very, very in everywhere, it's called mosquin, and it's like prickles in the on the branch, and it leaves out, and it has two leaves. It's one, but looks like two,
I
and it
gotcha.
goes,
Yeah.
and then the flower is like a green and yellow, like a lime color, and that you can take one leaf and smash it and the dirt, put it together and help it. Keeps it together. My son is starting to learn more and more about other things, how to. But let me tell you about the trip.
You got to tell us about
12
the trip.
12 hours. Mind you, I haven't, I'm walking, but it's been, what, a year, almost 2 years of recovery from the broken leg. And he said, oh, no, we're not walking up. I said, no, you don't know. My RTV, whatever you call them, 4-passenger. I said, oh. I looked at it, I said, my gosh, you got fire extinguisher on both sides. I said, okay. He goes, let me clean it. I said, it's okay, don't worry about it. He goes, all right, Mom, you ready? Going up and down. So we went all the way up to the 4th tier, and I was like, I can hear him. He goes, I told him you were coming. And so he did his call, which is like mine, but he does it louder. So when after our like 5-10 minutes, I did mine, and you can hear like running. You hear the branches and the leaves. I said, I can feel 5 adults, 4 juveniles. And then I said, over here, I can feel the dog man. It's just standing there. And then he howled. I was like, awesome. Woo.
That's
And
cool.
my son goes, I've been trying to get him. He don't. I said, well, you made him mad. He goes, why? I go, because you potty on the tree. That's why he's mad. And I said, yes. He goes, oh my goodness, Mom. So we were sitting on the stump, and he played the flute, and I was singing, and you can hear the humming.
A lot of people have been talking about that lately, about hearing humming.
They hum when they feel they can be connected. And if you're not, if you have no fear and you have no worries in your mind, this is why I say you have to have an open mind, and your heartbeat needs to be at pace. And you can hear them when you're talking. They'll go, but in a deeper. My son was like, Mom, he goes, when you're singing, I can see the 2 little ones right here. And sure enough, there was 2. I couldn't tell if it was a boy or girl because I didn't really mentally zoom in to them, but I can see them going like this, and the other one's going like that. Oh my goodness, I started laughing. And
they're
then
like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. I was like, do you want to come out? But ask your parents. And my son looked, he goes, parents? They're all his parents. I was laughing, and you can hear them laugh in the distance. And that makes my heart so joyful. I mean, it's just like in Michigan. I was offered to come back to Michigan, and I told my husband I would love to go back again. I said, I also would like to go somewhere else. And he goes, well, where? I said, I don't know yet. I haven't done any investigation anywhere. I'm doing solo, not doing with all different tribals on the res. And they want to stay in one area and examine the whole mountain and then camp out and then go back again. I don't mind doing that, but the thing is, I don't like being controlled. I'm very independent. very independent, and don't tell me how to do or what to say or not to say.
Well, and I think there's a difference with being an investigator or researcher for somebody like me that just goes out. That plan would work for me, but you are different, as in you could be led in a different direction that's not in the plan. So,
Right.
I understand that totally.
Yeah, and some of the researchers, the colleagues, they kind of like say, the ones I have worked with, they say, well, women should not. And I said, now if we're going to
Oh,
start that, then I'm going
no.
to put, don't tell me. It's going to get ugly. They all know not to, because I do speak. I mean, I don't cuss, but I firmly put my point across. And I tell them, you have to have respect for an elder, and you have to be shown physically and mentally. If you're going to be very physical, I'm going to X you out. I don't care if we have to go back down the hill, and I'll come back up. But I will not tolerate none of that.
Well,
Um,
exactly. And, the thing is, you shouldn't have to explain that to people. It's like you have that title for a reason. I mean, even if
yes,
you said something I don't agree with it, you know what? I'm still going to take that as that is something I need to look at because you have more information than I do. So it's like there's a respect value of somebody who has actually gone so far in life to have that title.
right.
It, yeah.
I give many researchers information, and yes, I said it's time to share the information. They say no, because this is what we put in our ledgers, and it's for us, family, relatives. I said, okay, but I'm going independent, so you don't have control of me. But yet do have to obey my laws. Yes.
Right.
So I started sharing more and more. And when I had sponsor men and women, and able to put them on the ledger so they'll be known as an investigator. Oh, Ace, hello, Tansei. And I try to encourage people how to handle any kind of situation. Ace the exploration. Oh, hello, hello. I think it's you too. I keep forgetting.
He has the
Um,
same, he has two accounts. He tricks me with that every time.
yeah, I was like, oh no, still him. But when we did a little fire pit bonfire, I mean, it's huge. I told my son and my husband, and some of the fire colleagues were there, and they're like, "Hey, Mama, can you do this?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then my son's like, "You sure you're gonna do it, Mom?" The sing with the loud. Oh my! I did it. I had no voice. I couldn't do my call. I was trying to speak. I said, "Okay, uh, I need to do something to get my voice back." And then, oh goodness, then you hear a knock, and my son says, "I can't believe they're down here." I go, "Do they really come on that much?" You know what I do in our area? I rake all the perimeter, and then because some of the firemen get a little scared of the satangas, and I said, "Why do they get scared of Bigfoot? They're a lot smarter than us." He goes, "I know, Ma." I went to go tie um, the knots like how my dad taught me because he was in the Navy. And I guess I did it wrong and they redid it.
Oh, that's
I said,
funny.
"Are you serious?" He goes, "Watch. I'll do it like I did." And he did it and pulled it on the tree, which is like 40 yards from where we're sitting. And you can see. I mean, it's like a big trail. And I'm like, it's turned the other way. And then they moved it back.
Oh, well.
That morning I went and looked, and sure enough, they redid it. See, your intelligence, I admire. You know, I have told my son, you have a very strong plan, but there's two that are very aggressive. And he says, yeah, I know. I can hear them like, I don't want to say fight. We say, iniquity. Um,
Are you talking like the argument kind of thing?
physical contact. And my son says, I can hear them sometimes. And I said, well, are they fighting over the female, or they're fighting on what? Sometimes it's the structure.
Oh, Mama. Sam went out there and said she has a new structure. She's taking pics now.
Told you.
Spot on.
Told you. See, that's the thing. I can't remember. I used to have a where I can show my pictures. Like everything's gone. I have to like reset how I had it. And I told my husband, I don't remember how I had everything. I just used to click. Okay, we're live and I can share.
Right.
No, even some of my programs are gone.
Oh, weird.
And I'm like, what? I left my laptop outside over there. And I think they might have been, because we did find like two, I mean, their fingers are like three of ours. And I found two of them. And I'm like, so I'm trying to feel for it. What you do? My son said, Mom, sometimes they'll come in and I have to come. Nope, I'll see you outside. Because the guy says, what is that smell? So they start flushing the toilet, spraying in. He said he has one male that comes in all the time and tags his toe. And I said, oh, it's time for you to go back out there and communicate. When you are close with a clan, they will nudge you. Females, they'll like a little pull. Or they'll go like this, like a little pressure.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's letting you know they are present. Let's see. Cook says they are guiding us in our new home. They tell us things for safety. There's venom, snakes. Yes, of course they do. They do try to communicate and let us know. You know, I can remember when I was 18, going to be 19, and Orba and she's showing me what plants to make medicine, that like an antibiotic. So I really paid attention, and when we did that, I said, for sharing, what can I share back? And she would tell me berries.
Oh, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of makes sense because that's kind of a candy for them, you know.
Yes.
Very sweet and yeah.
They do love blueberries. And that's very high nutrition for them. But it's also like a candy, like you said. They do eat worms, and we can eat worms. They hold a lot of water.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then also, like, there is certain trees, she told me, and they like take the bark off to eat it like jerky. And I tried to teach and tell everyone, oh no, someone's doing it. You see claws, okay, that can be a dog man. But again, they do. And
Or
a
even
lot of
bears
moths,
do. Yeah.
a lot of moths, they use that for fire.
Oh,
They
okay.
make
Yeah.
they make little fires, not like how we do big ones, but they make enough where if it's too cold for the younger ones, that's what they do.
There was I can't remember the researcher found in a cave where they thought one of the big guys was going for shelter, a little bundle of like flint and a couple other rocks to make fire. And they're like, wow. And I was like, yeah, I kind of always thought they might. So that makes total sense.
Okay, Sam. We are in the middle of the swamp in the forests of Florida now. I know there's a lot that you guys are going through in Florida because I have a relative that lives in Florida. She lived in Keys on the island. She had to move back in towards the city, and her son lives over by the swamp area. So, and then we have another tribal relative from a different res, and they tell me, you know, they're different out there. And I said, I believe that. And some don't like to communicate or they don't like humans. But there's so much going on that many people don't watch or listen because it's very important. If you're trying to study or understand what a Satanga can do, not just the Satangas, you have so many orbs, spirits that are wandering on Mother Earth, and some of them are just stuck. And every time I tell my husband, oh my goodness, we got to pass the cemetery. No, no message today, no message, no hitchhikers, please, please. And he does that purposely. He goes right down. I go, we're not going this, we're going that way. He goes, oh, I just want to take a drive over here. But spiritually, there is a lot stuck, and a lot of them need to a helping hand to go. You know, if you have the heart to say, allow me to help you cross over, what is it that I need to? That spirit will speak to you. And I tell this to many people, and some say, you know, you're so full of rubbish. I said, okay, I understand, even if it's a relative of yours. Okay. And I, wait, what? What'd you say?
All of a sudden, now they want to listen.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, I gave you that opportunity. I go, but I think you need to go and visit your mother. And they're like, what do you mean? You need to go visit her. Go put some flowers on her. Go talk to her. And the girl, the young lady, she was like, I'm so sorry my husband didn't want to listen to you, but is it my mother or his? Because his mother's still alive. I said, no, it's your mother. And she says, okay. And she goes, you're taking me right now. He just gave me the evil look, and my husband stood there like this. I'm like, leave him alone. It don't bother me.
So Sam just said when she went back there, she smelt something back there, almost like it was dead. So bad smell back there.
Okay, so
Remember, she also had the gift of what I thought was a stomach with seeds in it at one time too.
uh-huh. If you would look toward the left, 20 feet away, Sam, there's a tree that has a hole. Go there and smell that tree, make sure. Because it might have left part of the stomach in there that you might be smelling. Also, too, you might find some structures against the trees, like 12 around, 12 sticks around the tree.
Oh, they took the stomach. I didn't know that.
Let's see. Mavekla. My spouse is gate master. Oh, how is he doing? I haven't seen him a while. Okay. Well, I hope you guys are both doing well. Sam says, I came back in, but I think I know what tree you're talking about. I'll go in there and okay. Does anybody have any questions or want to know something? It's the summer coming, and I do want everyone protected. It doesn't matter if you're camping. I have protection medicine bags. I pray over them. I have enough leather, and I made a pair of moccasins for someone that had ordered some, and those are ankle high. So I will be doing them all over again and setting out SMUDGE kits. I have large and small. When you order a protection medicine bag, you don't pay no shipping fee. That will be included. The protection bag is to protect you wherever you are in the forest or the woods. It will protect you from the wingalo, the rake, some satangas liquids that are aggressive, that too. And I also do some other healing prayers in it for you. And then I kind of feel what color is around you. Or sometimes you can say, well, I would like this color.
John had a question. Says crows are popping up in odd locations in travels. I think he wants to know what that means if crows keep on like showing up.
Then something in that city limit or your area or in the woods, John. Because crows can be they're the ones like a lookout for, if it's more than 3, they say 2 to 1 to 3 are messages that's from, I don't like saying dead or death, but it's giving you a message of it. It also can be that there's something that's going to be dying soon. Or it is on the lookout for witches, the rake, or a wingalo, or an it around because they come with them. I travel 3 states during, okay. Yeah, it could be. It also, too, they say some crows are like, oh, are they going to hurt me? No. It's depending on that situation, if there is, because some crows just follow for directions. Okay, that's what I'm saying. They will watch over you. That's fine. So when you have you're driving, because I have a friend that's a truck driver too, and he asked me, because I'm coming through LA and there's like 2 crows following me. And I said, it's okay. And it was just a message they were trying to, can you tell me, please? And I said, oh. So my husband asked me to do it, and I did. And I said, someone is sick. And so, again, we have to ask, what is it? You can talk to a bird. You can ask, are you giving me a message or some kind of sign? If so, can you fly right in front of me? And I won't hit you, but right in front of me. We use words on the live and yes. John, when you are traveling, do you check around your truck? When you do it clockwise. Hit your left light, the lens, then the second lens. You come back, you hit the corner of your this is the front of the rig. Then you have like a short where it locks in the trailer. Tap it twice and then go back around and tap your door, and then you go in.
Oh,
that is
that's cool.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand when I say that, or I say tap your left shoulder, especially if someone's not wearing a bag, is that you're trying to protect them.
Do you know that person?
No. I do not know who that is.
Thank you.
We'll always get trolls.
Right?
Oh, goodness.
Some people just don't have anything better to do than be a troll.
What? Nothing. Okay. Sometimes my husband, he'll come, he goes, are you okay? Fine, why? I go, oh, you got the ESP too? He goes, no, nothing near you. I did want to say, I have 4 more package I got to send out. I was doing them about 4 o'clock this morning. Before we left on Monday from Arizona, things got very quiet around the cabin where my son is. And he says, they're going to miss you, Mom. I said, oh, they might follow. They have my scent. And that's the thing. I don't wear cologne, perfumes, or body sprays because that attracts them. When we have enough oil in our body that comes out natural, and they even smell that. They smell our sweat. So it's always good to keep an eye out when you're walking. Always look at the ground of Mother Earth, because sometimes you could be stepping on prints and you're not realizing it. And when there's an adult, sometimes there are young juvenile or baby, and they walk in their prints. So it's good to look. Some people they keep looking at the trees. Don't forget to look up, because they're there. They can be blended in, cloaked in there. Now, I have a question for everybody. When they cloak, do they leave a mist or a lining of them from cloaking? Can anyone answer that question?
That's a really good question. Everybody's thinking about it.
I guess, because there ain't nothing popping up. I got me a new one. No, I don't, because mine don't speak.
Candy says, I believe they do. I've seen, yeah, she says, I believe they do. I think you get the outline more than anything from like the descriptions people have talked about and the photos that I've seen. It's more of like just a weird, like the movie Predator kind of outline. Like it's just off a little.
Gate Master. TANSI. Yay. Haven't seen you in a while, sweetheart. Yes, it is true. You can, they also wander in the tree and they'll put their head out. So all you'll see is from the ears and that way, but you'll see the eyes, the nose, and sometimes the mouth with the chin. It gets nerve-wracking, scary for some people if you're not used to it. But yes, you're right. Do they leave a moist? It's a mist. It's like a mist, yes. Do you believe that they cloak and walk right in front of you? And that's when you start getting the goosebumps? Or do they stay their distance? Oh, pop my neck. Good day, all. Yes, many blessings. Yes, they do. You can see them if they're in the tree. They usually go about midway. So if you're, I'm 5'8", not, and you come up to the length and it's a little more above, and you can see the outline of their head and their eyes. But
So
believe me.
I got the photos from Sam that she sent over by Messenger. Looks like she has some twigs there we weaved together. I put it down in the hookah knocker.
Okay.
It should be under shared screen, I think.
John, you're 3 hours ahead of me. I'm sorry, just seeing your. I don't see it. She must have just sent it to you. You want me to add it?
Yeah, it should come up, and then you'll be able to see it, and everybody else can see it. Looks like maybe what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of just set up in a small arch.
Mm-hmm.
With the big one going this
See,
way, and then 2 weave, one
Where-
that way, one that way,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got a V back here,
I see that.
and then you got this. That would be an A, wouldn't it, on the ground?
Yeah. Yep. Good, John. But always tap your headlights. Okay. For protection.
And there's the middle of it. Or
there's also a print there.
right there.
Yeah, to the bottom right.
Sorry, my phone is blowing up. And then she tried to get a picture of it from underneath, where the main stick is going this way, and the ones weaved underneath and ones weaved on top. Very interesting. You want to see the full size to see if you can see a print in that one?
Yes. I still see a print. It's a small print, like a younger juvenile. And it's on the right side. Right in there.
Right in there? Yeah, you can see kind of where everything's pushed down.
Yeah.
Sam, was that your footprint, or was that there before? Oh, nope, she said, yep, that's what I thought. Very cool find. You have a 90 back there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And a stick going up and a stick going that way.
Mm-hmm.
And another A right there. The letter A, like with the sticks, that marks for clan, right?
Yes.
And then you got arch over here. The one coming up. You have a lot of stuff in this photo.
Here's another one up to the top left where the white shine is.
Oh, there?
Left.
Left.
My left.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, and I tell people because they say, well, I never see two prints. You never will. You'll always find either a left or a right. Even if it's like this from their stripe, very rare do you find it together because it puzzles everybody. They want you to have like a confusion. Like, wait a minute, you're confusing me, man. Why can't I get both footprints?
That, and that'd be really hard to find prints in that kind of debris, too. I can't believe you spotted that one. I totally missed that. When you pointed that out, I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, she's got a lot of. I still say there's more like teepees. That is really good. That's okay. Or the backtrack. Yes. They always like to rake their stuff. They have the young one as they're walking to rake it. And I mean, not, like hard. They do it very brush light. That way you will see like one print and then mix with other creature's print. Yes. I was just going to say that, Sam. They're making a certain area as a playground for the young babies because I still say you have 2 young babies. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was awesome. I didn't take pictures, but I did video my son and I, and those are memories for me. Because when I do go out and I go to someone else's site, either I'll ask them if I can. If I don't hear them, or they'll tell me no, and I don't. But out of respect too, it's your area and I don't want to take over it. But I have learned over years that with my 4 clans that I do have pictures and I have shared with some, but I don't share a lot because I have much, much respect for them. And this is how I have my communication with them. And I would like to keep it that way because they speak to me in many different ways. And I love it like that. I don't break my
that shows
word.
respect for everything.
Yes. Gate Master said, what? I've learned not to seek. They will let me know. I don't carry cameras on me. Walk in line and speak. Yes, they do that. They will speak to you when you want to know something, or sometimes they'll redirect you because you're entering a different way. And sometimes you can get zapped by that because they're trying to redirect you. And it's not meant in purpose. It's just that location, they do not want you there.
Usually they'll give you kind of a heads up, like don't go there first before they zap you, right?
Right. And if you're not listening, they'll give you a second warning. That third warning, you're getting zapped. And that's when you're like confused. Wait a minute. Didn't I come out this way? And you go back. No. I tell this to many researchers. When you do, that's why I always have the bare root. Oh. People order the turquoise one, and then they say, oh, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. I'm like, I don't know what to do now. I had a couple orders like that, and I said, fine. Now, when you get your bags, the bare root sticking out, you can take a little bite. That would help you get unconfused, take your headache away, or if you're feeling strange, that's what it does. You can chew it, and then it dissolves. Drink some water, and that would help you. All my protection medicine bags have it. Sometimes I'll send an extra bare root, but getting this from the mountain is more and more refreshing because you're actually getting it right from Mother Earth. Some people bought it from online. I don't trust.
I've always been told with stuff like that it should be you buy it from somebody that actually gathers it with a purpose, with respect, and that actually helps the energy from Mother Earth come with that. If you buy it online, it might not work as well.
Yeah,
That
I
true?
pray over mine. Yes. And we, as we're digging it out, we praying and we put tobacco back to Mother Earth, or if we find the seeds from it, we put it with tobacco underneath with Mother Earth to give thanks for allowing us to take this. Because what you take from Mother Earth, you got to give something back so it can grow. The bear root comes up from the mountains. It's very sacred for us natives. All different tribals use it for medicine, tea. I tell everybody it is good for when you have anxiety, panic attacks, a headache, you're feeling overwhelmed. You have a flu, you can take a bite out of it. If you feel that your lungs, if you're asthmatic, you can take a bite out of it and take some deep breaths afterwards and let it out. So it's actually going with inside your body to cleanse, to help let it be refreshed again. But it's I get it from the Blackfoot Res, where I'm from, or in Canada, Alberta. I have relatives there. They send me many things when I do and trade.
Sam was saying she might take a bite of the bear root to see if it helps her laryngitis.
Yeah. Just remember not to take a big bite. Because also, too, if you're constipated, it'll help. It'll help you flush your system.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yes. One of my sponsor's sons, he took a big bite and he's like, "You've never done that." Mama, I said, "I told you not to take that big of a bite." Well, you ain't kidding. It'll clean him out for 2 days.
Oh, Lordy.
But see, everyone don't realize your TANSI is very long and it holds right in. And sometimes that's why you get cramping. You get a little bloated because there's still number 2 in there and hasn't came out yet. So I'm being polite. I don't say poo. But yes, but my vacation was beautiful. It was a long drive. We stopped in Blythe, stayed at the Quality Inn, and took showers, rested, got up early in the morning. I think we both woke up about 5. And they said 6 o'clock as breakfast. So we went down there. I haven't had waffles in such a long, long time. And they were little waffles. They were fluffy. My husband did that while I gathered egg and country potatoes, and I got me yogurt, bagel. And my husband said, "I'm glad to see you eating." But when we came back home, I wait till dinner and "You're not eating with me?" "Yeah, I am." "See, what is that? It's like a spoonful of everything." I'm back to myself again. They tell me, "You need to eat." No, I'm not hungry though. As you get older, you do tend to slow down. Your appetite slows down. Oh, Elder, LOL, you're going to make me. I'm sorry. There was even biscuits and gravy. My husband's
Nice.
I'm going to make some. He did, and we brought I had 2 plates and a coffee, and came back to the room, and he had 3 plates, and he had a bagel in his mouth. And he goes, thank God there's a lot of sausages. I said, how many did you get? 6. I'm like, oh my goodness. Other people need to eat.
That's
Well,
funny.
it's okay. They'll make some more. But yes, it was a very good adventure. Another one. I was also invited to Arkansas, but I'm not sure. At least I think it's where you comment about some untruthful things.
Oh, yeah.
Um, there
That's
was a lady,
Oklahoma.
yeah,
Is it Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
There you go. I was invited by this lady named Madden. Madden. They call her Madden. And she says, I would really like you to come out here. You could stay with me, and you can cleanse my home. I think we have a spirit here, and I don't like it. She said she's lived there for about a year now, and I told her I'm not sure, but I would have to really think about it and stuff. And she said, well, if it comes to shove, I'll help you with the ticket and stuff. Yeah, but I'm one to, I don't mind pitch a tent in the back or at a hotel room. So she's
A part of that you stayed with Biggie, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
stayed in his house. He had a room for me, but I was not gonna I told him, I said, no, I can say, no, Mama, you staying here. I said, okay. They took care of me after doing all the walking around and my ankles swelled up. They brought me those foot massagers,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and they put Septum salt and hot water and soaked it. He goes, Mama, is it still cold or is it hot still? I said, no, it's warm now. He goes, okay, get your feet out, put them on the towel. When he would go and dump it, bring me another hot one. I was treated very well there.
He loved every minute. He talked about that for a while. He's just like, that was so much. And man, they miss your cooking.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking. I taught him how to make chicken enchiladas. I said, I can make it homemade. And I made red and green, and then chili verde for them, and then tamale pie. I wanted to do a couple more, but we were out they were taking me to look at some property out there. There's some nice homes that we could flip. He goes, would you want to live out there? I says, I wouldn't mind. But I still have my mindset at Ulamaka. So that way I'm closer to the border
Oh, yeah.
of Nevada and California. Because my clan there, I really like a lot. And Orba, she's always over there too. So, but she follows me everywhere from the res in Wyoming and to here. Everywhere I've gone, she's been there. I think she kind of likes one of the males in Michigan. One of those Sanga's clan there. As all there says, you like, oh, and she said, oh. Medicine. I said, medicine man.
Now, when you talk about them traveling, that's where a lot of people ask is how they do it. Do you think they use the trees like portals where they basically
they do
it that way? Okay.
They do the trees, and they also do some X's. This is why I say don't touch the X's. because it can be a portal, and what it can do, it can take some of you. But many people don't understand it can go on X's, and you can see how the portal is coming because it has a glow of different colors.
Oh, okay.
So you got to remember the trees have a lot of energy. They get this energy from Mother Earth, and when they set out, they can go. Or they can sit in your car with you. Depending how close they feel with you. But she does portals, and then, because I'm like, I look in my car, you with me? Nope. But there's times where my husband, oh, are they in the car with the,
That's too funny.
he has to roll down the windows, have the AC.
He's a good sport, I gotta say.
What they call them, Tonga. That's what they call them, buffalo. Oops.
Oh, wow, okay.
Tonga. Because when he was watching me go up, and it's like, I don't see you. I said, I'm still up here. He forgot to use his radio, and he's yelling it up. And then as he was trying to get leverage off his foot, there he went. And one of them started running and grabbed the tree and threw the log in front of him, and that's how he went that way. And they were like,
oh, wow.
And that's how exactly how they laugh. To this day, I still laugh. I'm like, he was, he was all bruised all over. I thought he was gonna hit me with that log, but you caught it. I did. It got me from going anymore. I said, well, it was protecting you. My clan is very good. They do not like outsiders if they're unannounced. And you know how humans, they just go anyway. But they have also damaged homes for them, like their nesting area. Once you set inside their nesting area, they mess it up. They will not stay there no more. It's because a human has been in there, and they don't believe in it. They'll move on and make another structure for them, a bedding area. Or
do you think that's
is
that a respect thing for them, or is it our scent they don't like? What do you think it's?
I believe it's the scent of the human.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense.
How can we find out the name of our clans? I'll ask. Okay, CP says, yeah, you can ask them, Sam, and see if they'll leave a marking on the ground or try to communicate with you. Does an X standing up mean don't cross? An X in the ground? X in the grounds are welcome, meaning you're welcome. They trust you. X standing up, and do not pass over. Let's see. Oh, sunlight. Hey, TANSI. How we know if we're even close? A nest bedding or a bedding, you can tell if it's like it's huge. It's like the size of a bedroom or my room here, and you have a lot of layover branches, and then it's covered with other ferns or green leaves and stuff. I can't even see that. What do the structure shapes like on the cross mean? I had one pop up. With the cross, usually they're saying that it's like medicine. Also, I've been told that there's many different clans. So you have a four-way going. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Any more? Okay. You should be able to feel them in the area. Not, but yes. I didn't walk past the big X I found, and some way don't do it, please. I don't want, and I'm a strong believer in this, and I've told this to my other researchers and my colleagues. When you walk underneath that X, and if you start feeling confused, dizzy, you have a headache, it's either part of their portal is either closing up and it's gathering some of your energy. And when they do that, that is open to anybody on that other side, which is between, we say is between good and bad. So it is very important.
That could be really scary. That could be really scary.
Yes. It's like you're forgetting part of your area you grew up, like if you're a child or mid-20s, you know, it's going to make you forget. And then you're going to try to concentrate. What did I do again? Who did I graduate with or something like that? So it is, you have to be very careful. He says, I'm trying to get along with them because I know how bad things can get. Yes, things can get very nasty. All right, everybody. I think it's that time to come to an end. I do have to mail out these other packages, and I need to go pay for my RV storage. I don't like it being in there. I need to start remodeling the inside. Put new rug down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We have
I'm gonna throw your
2:30.
Facebook and your email in the chat for everybody.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, everyone, if you need any protection medicine bags or smudge kits, large and small, or sets of earrings, or just single earrings, dream catchers, you can always get a hold of me on Messenger, or you can email me. Or if you need prayers and you didn't want to put it on here, you can still message me, email me that you want prayers. I'm always doing prayers for someone, and I don't mind doing it. I believe it's very important that we keep the prayers strong for each other. Thank you, CP. Many blessings. Thank you, Tells. I appreciate that. Now, let's give a warm welcome and thank you for Sparky being here with me. Appreciate that, my dear. Remember,
it was an honor.
Be and look out for the mail. For that said, many blessings to everybody. Enjoy your evening, afternoon, and if it's morning on the other side, good morning. Y'all have a pleasant and blessed day. Bye-bye. Stop. Up and stop.